In this video, I'm going to go through 26 essential keyboard shortcuts to use in Microsoft Word. So your typing speed comes with practice, but keyboard shortcuts are a big part of making you faster and faster. Some of these are for beginners, most of them are for beginners, but there may be one that you have not used. So have a look at the chapter markers and pick that one up. I don't want to waste your time. So let's dive in. Let's start off with a few simple ones. So Control N creates a new document, fresh document for you to work on and type away. Control O will open up previous documents that have been saved. So you usually have your history here that you can select from, and then just click on one of them and you can open it. Control S will save the document. So save it in a location of your choosing, and then each time you're doing a bit of work and you want to save it, click save, and then it'll save that document. Sometimes they are set up to auto save. If not, you just hit Control and S. Next one is Control and P, which will bring up the print dialog. So you'll choose your correct printer. You can modify some of the settings on how many copies that you want, and then just click print. Click escape to go back. Let's delete this, get a new canvas, and there's some previous text, let's say, that we want to bring over. So let's just highlight it with your mouse and then Control C to copy it. Go back to your other document and then hit Control paste. And let's say we want to bring this text over but cut it from this document. You just do Control X, go back to the other document and put it where you want it to be. So Control V to paste it across. Now notice that from the previous document here, it's been taken across, it's been cut across. Next, let's say you've changed your mind, you don't need this anymore, you just need the top part of it. Do Control Z to undo the action. If you want to redo the action, it's Control and Y. And you can toggle between these a couple of times. So if you want to just get rid of all these actions, everything that you've done, and go back a couple of steps, do Control Z and hit, while holding down Control, just hit Z a couple of times. So this is the previous random text that I was typing. It's gone all the way up back to the beginning. And then again, you can do Control and Y and bring it all back. So you can hit that a couple of times to go all the way back to the latest text that you've written. So let's do some editing to this. Let's select the first one, and we want to make this text bold. In fact, let's give it a title. And the title, we want to make it bold, want it to stand out. That's Control and B. And let's say we want to underline it, Control and U, and maybe want to put it in italics. That's Control and I. And usually there's quotes that are put into italics. So let's bring in some speech bubbles, and we want to make this formatted in an italics. So do Control and I. So far you've been seeing me select it using the mouse. There's many other ways to select the text. So one of these is Control and A. So this will select all of the text inside your document. So you could even have pages and pages, but this will still select everything in that document. And let's say you do have a lot of information in here. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste few copies of these, and then we want to find a certain word in here. So let's say Kenyan. You want to see all the references of Kenyan, or it could be like a name. So let's say I put my name in here, and it might be a really long document, and I want to search, or I want to find a reference to my name. Type in my name in here in the navigation pane, and then it'll take you to it and highlight it. Let's say I've I want to change one of the words, something that is referenced throughout the document. So let's take Kenyan. We want to change this to English athletes. So what you do is do Control and H, and then type in the word that you want to replace Kenyan with English. So the options you have here is replace. So you can replace one at a time. So as you can see, it's replacing it, or you can just hit replace all and it'll do the whole document. So it's done 5 replacements. So there's more than that because you did a single replacement and then you clicked replace all. Cool. So let's move on to a bit of navigation shortcuts. With the arrow keys on your keyboard, you can move across one at a time. So if you hit the right and left and up, it'll go down one line. Hit up, it'll go up, and then right and left. So to move a word at a time, you'll do Control and the left arrow, or the right arrow, or one down, one up. So if you hit the Control down, it'll go down like a sentence at a time. So you can see this is a bit easier to go across and move across. Instead of using the mouse, you can potentially move around a lot quicker like this. So you can practice around. What else you can do is start introducing the Shift key. So if we go back to the start, hit Control and Shift, and then use the arrow key right, and then it will start highlighting the text. So this is really useful when editing some text and you want to move it around as well. So let's use some of the shortcuts that we've just learned. Let's make this bold. Control and B, Control Italics, Control Underline. And then let's say we want to move this date over here. So I've highlighted it using Control Shift and the arrow key. Right, it's highlighted. Then I can do Control X, use the arrow keys to move up, and then Control V to paste it in. And let's say we want to copy the formatting style of this. Instead of doing even those shortcuts, so you're using the ribbon, what you can do is Control Shift and C, so it copies the formatting, not the text, and then start to highlight where you want to replicate, copy that formatting over. So I've selected this, and then what you'll do is Control Shift and V to paste the formatting. So this one, I admit, I do rely on the ribbon quite a bit, this format painter on the left, to do it, but I'm starting to use this shortcut more and more. So your Control Shift are really your best friends to access a lot of editing and moving things around and highlighting as well. So next one, let's say you want a bit more space on your screen and you want to get rid of this ribbon over here. What you'll do is, quite simply, Control and F1, and it will hide it. So don't worry, all you need to do to bring it back is just do Control F1 again, and it'll bring the ribbon back. So that's a quick little bit of a hack to give you a bit more real estate when you're working. Next one, I use this one a lot at work, is inserting hyperlinks. So all you do is, again, Control Shift and then arrow to select the text, and then do Control K. And this will open up the Insert Hyperlink dialog box. And then over here, you just copy and paste a link. So this is the article I was reading. I'm going to hyperlink that article, Control C and then Control V into this box, and then just click OK. And you'll see the text has changed. That's to show that there's a hyperlink there. So instead of doing select and then right click and then going to link, instead of doing all of that, all you can do is just do Control K, and then it opens up straight away. So once you get a bit of practice in, you can do this pretty quickly. So let's highlight that, and there you go. That's a lot quicker than doing right click using your mouse. Now let's say you want to get rid of this formatting, so you don't need to go through selecting it and doing Control B, U and I. what you could do is just do Control, Shift, and N, and then it gets rid of the formatting. It puts it actually to the setting of normal text. So whatever you've set over here will apply the formatting to normal, essentially getting rid of the formatting. And lastly, the last two shortcuts, they're both the same really, is increasing and decreasing the size of the text. So all you do is select it all, and the way I did that, as a reminder, is Control Shift, and then you could do left, or you can click the up arrow, which does it quicker. So Control Shift up, and it selected all of it. So next, to increase the font is Control, and then it's this bracket, the two bracket buttons. So the right bracket, the closing bracket will increase it, and then the opening bracket, the left one, will decrease it. So I use this quite a lot. Thanks for watching till the end. Which ones did you find most useful? Are there quite a lot that you didn't know? Did you know all of them? Let me know in the comments. And if there is one essential one that you always use, then let me know again in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.